LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country where many, for some misguided reasons, are faulting the efforts of the man who inherited a government and a nation in shambles from the worst president in our history. We've had two businessmen who served as president, and both were unmitigated disasters. Herbert Hoover and Trump were both clueless when it came to running our government, and both left our country in horrible shape. It took Franklin Roosevelt almost 4 terms and a world war to save our country. Joe Biden has made gigantic strides in only 1 year of 1 term, and he deserves our grateful thanks instead of the malignant abuse many are heaping on him. So far, he has overseen the greatest year of job growth in American history by adding 6 million new jobs. The biggest single-year drop in unemployment on record, going from 6.2% down to 3.9%. Recent unemployment claims have dropped to a level not seen in decades. 200 million Americans are now vaccinated against the COVID virus thanks to his American Rescue Plan. His economic legislation has had the most significant impact of any first-year president. His historic $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill has already begun impacting communities across the country. Experts have estimated he will have established the lowest child poverty level in our history. He has reduced household hunger by 32%. He has created health care coverage for the highest number of Americans in our history. Health care premiums and copays have been reduced for millions of Americans. He has banned surprise health insurance bills. He has created the first Made in America office that directs federal dollars to American manufacturers. For the first time in a generation, our American soldiers are no longer deployed in an ongoing overseas war. He has had the most judges confirmed to lower-level federal courts since John Kennedy. He has appointed more black women to the Court of Appeals than any president in history. He has the most diverse cabinet in history, including the first LGBTQ and Native American cabinet secretaries. He has made the largest investment ever in the power grid, electric vehicle infrastructure, and climate resilience, the largest ever investment in clean water, the first ever approvals of offshore wind projects, vehicle emission standards which will reduce billions of tons of CO2 emissions, banned federal law enforcement from using chokeholds and no-knock entries. He has provided tens of billions in funding for Native and tribal communities. Unlike the former president, he does not drop his trousers and bend over for Vladimir Putin. Unlike the former president, he takes the Amtrak to his Delaware home on weekends instead of forcing the Secret Service to spend millions protecting him every weekend at one of his golf courses. He has not insisted on invalid top security clearances for any in his family, unlike the former president. He wants to make voting easy for every American, and it is up to us to give him the congressional support he needs to make this happen. Vote blue in 2022, so this man can continue doing a magnificent job with even greater success. You can reach me with comments, questions, or suggestions at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can listen to our podcast at blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck and houseofpublicdiscourseradio.com. Thanks for watching.